We live in a world where vulnerability is often mistaken for weakness. We're taught to suppress our emotions, especially in the workplace. But silence comes at a price. Mental health challenges, like anxiety and depression, are on the rise, casting a long shadow over our workplaces. Ignoring this crisis hurts individuals, teams, and entire organizations. We can't afford to stay silent any longer. It's time to break down the walls of stigma and create workplaces where everyone can thrive. We need to acknowledge the human beings behind the job titles. Behind the spreadsheets and presentations are people battling invisible struggles. Anxiety and depression don't discriminate. They can affect anyone, regardless of their profession or position. It's time to shine a light on this often hidden crisis and start a conversation. We need to create a space where vulnerability is met with empathy, not judgment. The cost of ignoring mental health in the workplace is staggering. Productivity plummets when employees are struggling. Absenteeism rises, deadlines are missed, and creativity suffers. But the human cost is even greater. Untreated mental health issues can lead to burnout, broken relationships, and even thoughts of suicide. We can't afford to ignore the human cost of this crisis. We need a revolution of courage in our workplaces. It's time to normalize conversations about mental health. We all have a role to play in breaking down the stigma surrounding mental health. Anxiety, a constant hum of worry, a knot in your stomach that won't loosen. It can manifest as racing thoughts, difficulty concentrating, or a feeling of being overwhelmed. Depression, on the other hand, is a heavy cloak of sadness and despair. It can drain your energy, motivation, and even your will to live. Imagine trying to work with the weight of these conditions. It's like trying to run a marathon with a backpack full of rocks. For many, anxiety casts a shadow of doubt on every task. These thoughts can paralyze, making it difficult to focus, make decisions, or contribute effectively. The pressure to perform, meet deadlines, and navigate workplace dynamics can become unbearable. The fear of judgment keeps people from seeking help, perpetuating a cycle of silence and suffering. Depression, on the other hand, can steal the joy from even the most fulfilling work. Tasks that once brought a sense of accomplishment now feel meaningless. The workplace can feel isolating, like being trapped in a glass box, invisible to those around you. The stigma surrounding depression can make it even harder to reach out for help, leaving individuals feeling trapped and alone. It's essential to remember that anxiety and depression are not signs of weakness. They are real medical conditions that require understanding, support, and treatment. By educating ourselves about these conditions, we can cultivate greater empathy and compassion in the workplace. You can ask for help at Club Azucar Mental Health Team. We can create an environment where individuals feel safe to acknowledge their struggles and seek help without fear of judgment or repercussions. Mental health challenges, like anxiety and depression, have a similar ripple effect within a workplace. What starts with one person's struggle can quickly impact team dynamics, communication, and overall productivity. When one person is hurting, the whole organization feels the pain. When anxiety takes hold, collaboration can become strained. Fear of judgment can stifle creativity and innovation. Team members may hesitate to share ideas or ask for help, hindering progress and innovation. Bringing workshops about how to tackle the stress, anxiety, and depression at the workplace is the way forward within the organization. It is a must. Open communication and a culture of support are crucial to mitigate these negative impacts. Depression can cast a long shadow over team morale. Enthusiasm wanes, deadlines are missed, and the quality of work may suffer. The absence of joy and motivation can be contagious, leading to a decline in overall team spirit. When employees feel unsupported in their mental health struggles, it can lead to increased absenteeism and presenteeism, being physically present but mentally checked out. This not only impacts productivity, but also places a heavier burden on other team members. Addressing mental health is not just an individual responsibility, it's a collective effort. It is an organization issue and should be addressed as a whole. When organizations prioritize the well-being of their employees, everyone benefits. Creating a culture of support not only reduces the negative ripple effects of anxiety and depression, but also fosters a more engaged, productive, and resilient workforce. At Club Azucar Mental Health, we can design and tailor your specific needs. We have therapies to tackle the issue. Investing in mental health is an investment in the success of the entire organization. Sometimes the signs of struggle are subtle, like whispers in the wind. Changes in behavior, withdrawal from social interactions, or a decline in work performance can all be red flags. It's important to approach our colleagues with empathy and a willingness to listen without judgment. We may not have the answers, but we can offer a safe space for someone to share their burden. Pay attention to shifts in mood and demeanor. Is your usually upbeat colleague suddenly withdrawn and quiet? Has their once bright smile been replaced with a tired frown? These subtle changes can indicate that someone is struggling. Don't be afraid to check in, ask how they're doing, and offer a listening ear. Changes in work habits can also be telling. Is your colleague missing deadlines, making uncharacteristic errors, or struggling to concentrate? These could be signs that their mental health is impacting their ability to perform. Offer support without judgment. Encourage them to speak to a manager or HR representative about resources that may be available. Remember, you don't need to be a therapist to offer support. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply listen with an open heart. Let your colleagues know that you see them, you care about them, and you're there for them. Your willingness to listen could be the lifeline someone needs to reach out for help. Section 5. Breaking the stigma, creating a culture of openness. Stigma thrives in silence. It festers in the shadows of shame and judgment. To combat it, we need to bring mental health out into the open. Let's talk about it, share our stories, and normalize the conversation. When we create a culture where vulnerability is welcomed, we create a space where healing can begin. Leadership plays a crucial role in breaking down the stigma. When leaders share their own stories of vulnerability, they give others permission to do the same. They demonstrate that it's okay to not be okay, that seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. By fostering a culture of openness, leaders create a workplace where everyone feels safe to bring their whole selves to work. Training programs can help educate employees about mental health, dispel myths, and provide practical strategies for supporting colleagues. These programs can empower individuals to recognize the signs of struggle, offer support, and direct colleagues to appropriate resources. By equipping employees with knowledge and tools, we create a more compassionate and supportive work environment. Creating a culture of openness requires ongoing effort. It's not a one-time initiative, but rather a continuous journey of learning, unlearning, and relearning. It's about fostering an environment where vulnerability is seen as a strength, where empathy is the norm, and where everyone feels empowered to prioritize their mental well-being. Section 6. You are not alone. Reaching out for support. Reaching out for help is not a sign of weakness. It's an act of courage. It's a recognition that you deserve support, that you don't have to carry this burden alone. Whether you confide in a trusted colleague, a family member, or a mental health professional, taking that first step can be life-changing. If you're struggling, know that you are not alone. Many people face similar challenges, even if they don't always show it. Reaching out to someone you trust can provide a much-needed listening ear, a shoulder to cry on, or simply a safe space to share your feelings without judgment. There are also numerous resources available to help you navigate mental health challenges. Employee assistance programs, EAPs, offer confidential counseling and support services. Mental health apps and online platforms provide access to therapists and resources from the comfort of your own home. Remember, seeking help is a sign of strength and self-awareness. It's a commitment to your well-being and a step towards a brighter, healthier future. Don't hesitate to reach out and ask for the support you deserve. Section 7. Empowering employees' strategies for self-care. Self-care is not selfish, it's essential. It's about prioritizing your well-being so you can show up as your best self, both at work and in life. It's about recognizing your limits, setting boundaries, and making time for activities that nourish your mind, body, and soul. Make time for activities that bring you joy. Whether it's reading, listening to music, spending time in nature, or pursuing a hobby, prioritize activities that fill your cup. When you're feeling depleted, these activities can provide a much-needed boost of energy and positivity. Prioritize sleep, exercise, and healthy eating. These lifestyle factors play a crucial role in regulating mood, reducing stress, and improving overall well-being. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, Incorporate regular physical activity into your routine and nourish your body with nutritious foods. Setting boundaries is crucial for protecting your mental health. Learn to say no to requests that will overwhelm you or drain your energy. Establish clear boundaries between work and personal life to prevent burnout. Remember, it's okay to prioritize your well-being. Section 8. Building a fortress of support. The employer's role. Creating a mentally healthy workplace is not just the right thing to do, it's the smart thing to do. When employees feel supported, they're more engaged, productive, and likely to stay with the company. Employers have a responsibility to create a work environment where mental health is valued and supported. Implement mental health policies that prioritize employee well-being. Offer flexible work arrangements, generous leave policies, and access to mental health resources. By creating a supportive framework, employers demonstrate their commitment to employee well-being. Provide training for managers and supervisors on how to recognize and respond to mental health concerns. Equip them with the knowledge and tools to have open conversations, provide support, and direct employees to appropriate resources. When managers are trained to handle mental health issues sensitively, it creates a more trusting and supportive work environment. Foster a culture of openness and acceptance by encouraging open dialogue about mental health. Host workshops, lunch and learns, or guest speaker sessions to raise awareness and break down stigma. When mental health is openly discussed, it normalizes the conversation and encourages employees to feel more comfortable seeking help. Section 9. Investing in well-being programs that make a difference. Investing in employee well-being is not an expense, it's an investment. Companies that prioritize mental health reap the rewards of increased productivity, reduced absenteeism, and improved employee morale. At Club Azucar Mental Health, there are numerous programs and initiatives that employers can implement to support their employees' mental health and well-being. Employee assistance programs, or EAPs, provide confidential counseling and support services to employees and their families. These programs offer a safe space for individuals to address personal and work-related challenges, such as stress, anxiety, depression, and relationship issues. EAPs are a valuable resource for employees seeking professional help. Wellness programs can encompass a wide range of initiatives, such as on-site yoga classes, mindfulness workshops, and healthy eating challenges. These programs promote healthy habits and provide employees with tools to manage stress and improve their overall well-being. By investing in wellness initiatives, employers demonstrate a commitment to supporting employees' physical and mental health. Mental health days are becoming increasingly common as companies recognize the importance of providing employees with time to recharge and focus on their well-being. These days allow employees to take a break from work without having to provide a reason, reducing the stigma associated with taking time off for mental health. Mental health days are a valuable tool for promoting work-life balance and preventing burnout. Section 11. The power of connection, fostering supportive workplaces. Connection is the antidote to loneliness and isolation. When we feel connected to others, we feel seen, heard, and supported. In the workplace, fostering a sense of connection is crucial for creating a positive and supportive environment where everyone can thrive. Create opportunities for social interaction beyond work tasks. Organize team lunches, after-work activities, or volunteer events where employees can connect on a personal level. When people build relationships outside of work-related projects, it strengthens bonds and fosters a sense of community. Encourage open communication and collaboration. Create a culture where employees feel comfortable sharing ideas, asking for help, and providing feedback to one another. When people feel heard and valued, it strengthens relationships and promotes a more supportive work environment. Celebrate successes and recognize contributions. Acknowledge individual and team accomplishments, both big and small. When people feel appreciated and valued, it boosts morale and strengthens their sense of belonging within the team. You can take the lead of the cure for the entire organization. You are just a click away to resolve the issue. Just visit Club Azucar corporate well-being packages at clubazucar.co.uk. We embrace you.